come to be? When? Where? Why? Who? All of it. So excited to share with you today my new Happy Haven home, divine intervention, and how it all came together. Hope you'll join me. Serene and Simple Life, day 2, heading to Arizona for the WRTR and the RTR. I did about 120 miles yesterday, not too many, got a late start. Not a late start, I got a start after I went to the park. So today, I thought it would be fun to share with you Happy Haven and how she came to be. So I don't have any notes. This is just off the top of my head. Babbling brook could be dangerous. Try to stay on track. Try to have a good memory recall. Now, I am having some trouble with my audio. Plugged in my little mic. It's not working. I don't understand. I'm on the road. I'm doing miles. It's about 10:30 and I just got to get on down the road. So I'm talking as loud as I can, almost screaming. I don't know. Anyways, let's do a flashback. Happy Haven. October 22nd, I do believe. I'm not looking at the calendar. I am sitting in Serenity at a small truck stop. It was a Wednesday night, Tuesday, Wednesday night. I don't want to keep doing that, so whatever night it was, middle of the week. I have no Wi-Fi. I need to upload videos. It is first thing on my mind. Okay, what on earth am I going to do now? Popped in my head, literally. Boop! Why don't you check Facebook and see what kind of vehicles are out there? Because in 2 days, you are going to be back in Texas. And if you are going to replace Serenity, hard decision, then you need to start looking, Linda. You need to just get on it because it could take you a couple months. So I went onto Facebook, onto the marketplace. Lo and behold, a 2012 Toyota Highlander, the color I wanted, but not the mileage. It had 120,000 miles on it. Well, you can do the numbers. That's a little bit on the high side, 15,000 a year or a little more. In about 20 minutes from my base, which is my fulfillment house with my business and storage combined. Good location. I'm like, you know what? What do I have to lose? I'm not able to do my videos right now. Why don't you just text him? And I'm saying to myself, from past experience, I went looking for a minivan last year. I don't know if you guys know that or not. If you've been following me the whole time, you would know that. I was going to get a Toyota Sienna. And this is going to be this will be the shortened version. Twice I went looking for a Toyota Sienna, a hut minivan. And twice it was sold out from under me. Literally, I was driving there to purchase the minivan. I'm like, good gracious, Lord, what is it that you have in store for me? Bam! I want you to be content with what you have. Okay. Serenity sitting in the driveway. I guess that's what he meant. And I'm so excited because Serenity and I got another 25,000 miles together. All right, so fast forward a year. Toyota Highlander. That's not a car that sits on the lot either. So, I said, you know what, I need to act on this. I don't know if this is God. I can't feel it. I don't really know. I don't know why I went on Facebook other than I felt like I had nothing else that I wanted to do. I didn't want to watch a movie. I didn't want to blog. I didn't want to journal. I was just kind of done for the day. So it was easy to just go onto Facebook. So that's what I did. And alongside of that, I have to tell you that I had been watching Scotty Kilmer. Now, some of you have already referenced him. You know him. He is a vehicle guru mechanic. He has 400,000 followers. He's hilarious. So now I just gave him a few more, right? It's okay. We share the love. Share the love, guys. Share the love of channels that you like. Anyways, so Scotty's like, you never want to buy from a dealer. Okay, well, I already had that experience with a dealer once, sold out right out from under me. I didn't appreciate that. And also the markup. So on and on, you can watch Scotty. He's not in favor of buying from a dealership. He's not in favor of buying from CarMax. I know y'all are going to have your own opinions. Once upon a time, my daughter and I, we bought a car at CarMax. I didn't know any better. It was an easy thing to do. It was simple, you know. But, anyways, that's not what this video is about. CarMax or no CarMax. Anyways, he's like, the best case scenario is buying from a private party because you'll know history, and vehicles are one of the last, how do they say that? Like a financial commodity. You can sell a vehicle when you need money right away. It's a good turnover commodity. It's one of the last ones where you can get some bang for your buck, I guess is what it is. So people who are selling vehicles, they're either upgrading because they got lots of money, or they need to get rid of a vehicle because they need money. So they're not trying to, undermine you or overinflate the price or anything like that. So they got a different bottom line. So here I go, flash forward now. Okay, Facebook, close to me. This is really simple, but I don't know. And it was a base model. Now, I wasn't sure that it was. I think God didn't want me to know right away. And I wanted a little bit more of the perks. You know, I was used to the perks and all the little extras in Serenity. The automatic seats, the seats that warm up, the sunroof. I don't know, just a lot of those upgraded feel-good type things, I guess you could say. And just a little bit nicer of a body look. So, I don't know. I was trying to find excuses, I guess. But anyways, I texted this person, and he got right back to me, which is always in my favor. I mean, always something that I love, when someone gets right back to you when you text. Or I message him. And no, he got right back to me, I think, the next morning, because this was about 10 o'clock at night. And he's like, yep, it's still available. Now, this was Thursday. Now, I am headed to Hot Springs National Park in Arkansas. I don't know, but I got to put a sense of urgency on this, but I got to not look too desperate, like I'm ready to buy at the price that he had it at. So I said, well, this is my situation. I'll be back in Texas in 2 days. go, I'm not holding it for anybody. And I'm like, well, I understand. So that, I went right to God. I'm like, God, if this is your will, that vehicle will still be there on Friday, because I can't do any better. I am still, I don't know, 1,000 miles away from Texas. So I can't get there anyways. So I got through Hot Springs, loved it, kind of put this aside, texted Daniel at the end of the day. Well, now you know his name, but I don't think he, I know he doesn't mind. And still available. Now it is calling for rain all weekend. I'm excited because he got back to me and he's like, it's still available. Friday morning, 9 a.m., let's do it. Later on, I don't know when the text was. People don't look at vehicles in the rain. So you know what came next? I'm driving Friday morning. Oh my gosh, traffic. I texted him a couple times. Another half hour. I'm like, shoot, you know what? He's going to think I'm just a flake, and he's going to say, you know what, Linda, I need to go to work. Let's make this for another time. But he didn't. He was really patient with me. He's like, okay, take your time whenever you get here, whatever. Took the edge off. I got there, I got out. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is really pretty. I don't know. So I sat in the back. I'm doing some bending maneuvers. I'm still attached to Serenity. And then I'll flashback now. I have been thinking about this for a couple months. I went from taking pictures, believing it was Honda Pilot, to Toyota Highlander, back and forth. Then, right in the middle, I was like, Linda, why don't you just go with the Kia? I think it's a Sorento. It's their SUV. Why don't you do the Kia? I can't remember now. Is Sorento the van? I don't know. But you'll know what I'm talking about. So I'm talking about inexpensive. I'm talking about Highlanders and Hondas being a little bit on the pricey side. But yes, quality, long lasting, you all know that. But I've been thinking about this for a couple months, trying to process, do I want to keep going with Serenity? Now you got to watch the video on how I let go of Serenity, because I went into detail on how I decided and how I came to that methodical decision. So here we are, decision. Now, I'm a planner. I made an appointment on Thursday to get a free car inspection also. So after I met Daniel, loved him, his wife, 2 children, loved them. Christians, that's a bonus for me. Why are you selling? He's like, well, we want to get out of debt. We're selling all of our vehicles. They had a couple vehicles, and I don't know their financial business, but they want to buy a home. So they need to fix their credit and sell these vehicles. They'd only had the Highlander for 2 years, so I'll give you that detail in a minute about the mileage. Well, I can tell you now, too, he only had it for 2 years, but they were driving tons and tons of miles from one area in Texas to another area every day to work. So they put on 20,000 in 2 years. Another negative that I kept playing, you know how the devil wants to get in there, is I'm the 4th owner. The first owner only had it for like 5,000 miles. I don't know, maybe life happened and they had to sell it, or they didn't like it. That happens too. People who have money, they can do these kind of things. Second, maybe some illness or something terrible. Second owner was just kind of had it for years, took care of it. Now comes Daniel, 2 years, 40,000 miles. So that's where they piled up. And now Linda's the 4th owner. Well, I had in my mind, I didn't even want to be a 3rd owner, let alone a 4th. So that was a little bit tricky for me, or a little hurdle to get over. But anyways, then I said, Daniel, I'm going to do the free inspection. I didn't tell him in a text because I didn't want him to think, oh my gosh, this lady, she's going to be difficult. I don't want to deal with her. So what I did, and he's like, really? You want to spend that kind of money? bought the car. I'm like, no, because they could be a little biased. They could, like him as much as I liked him. Oh, Christians. He had Jesus freak tattoo on his leg. And he told me that whole story, his whole testimony later. Fantastic. Found Christ in his 20s, and now he's like 38. And I'm telling you, just sweet, sweet, sweet. Missionaries in Nicaragua. Oh my gosh, it was just worth looking at the vehicle just to meet him and his family. The hope that he gave me. Anyway, so went to the pre-inspection. They passed it as very good. It still needed a couple little minor things, and it also needs tires and about 8,000 more miles now. I'm aware of that. Daniel told me that. So he's asking a certain price. I'm not sure I want to tell the price. I don't know that that's relevant right now. But I asked him for 500 less. He's like, no. I'm like, really? He's like, I'm squeaking tight right now. Well, after the pre-inspection, we went out to the vehicle. He said, I'll give you 2 hours. It was like 4 o'clock. I said, okay, 2 hours. Can I make a decision in 2 hours? I don't know. Feels like a little bit of pressure. He said, you know what, Linda, you've been mentioning God. What is your relationship with God? And I was like, Jesus is everything to me. He's everything. He's everything I do. It's everything. Nothing else matters. And he looked at me and he said, within 2 minutes, oh, I had asked for 1,000 less. He came down 500. Got that wrong. He came down another 500 to the price that I was asking. I was like, is that because I just told him that I love Jesus? Or was that just a feeling that he had in his heart from one Christian brother to sister? I don't know. I was like, wow, you are not making this easy. So he's like, well, I'll give you to 6 o'clock. Now, he wanted 500 now to hold it for the weekend. I would lose the 500. I'm like, 500? I can't lose 500. I don't want to lose $5, let alone 500 if I make this decision wrong. Because I want to pray on it. He said, just put 100 down. He said, you'll only be out $100. And if you decide not to. And I was like, you know what do I... Seriously, in the bigger scheme of things, if I'm going to go buy another vehicle, excuse me, somehow I'm going to make that $100 up later. It doesn't matter. $100. Okay, so that's what I did. I PayPal'd him $100 within 2 hours, making sure that that's what I wanted to do. The weekend went by. I did a show. It was raining. He's holding the vehicle for me. Monday morning, I texted him, or Sunday night, I want the vehicle. Monday morning, we went to the bank, had to pay off the loan. Then we went to get a transfer of title or to get temporary plates. That didn't work out, so I parked Happy Haven in a parking spot at my storage for like $18, super cheap. Girl gave me a deal, and I continued to drive Serenity while I worked on, getting Happy Haven in order. The title came like 3 weeks later. I called Daniel. I said, Daniel, do you know of anybody who can take out the seats in the middle? I'll give them a little bit of money. The garage wants like $150 or something. He's like, I'll do it. I don't want anything. Huh! Another blessing. But how did I make this decision on one vehicle? Well, because of my past experiences that God gave me and showed me, Linda, I've got something here for you. I've made it really, really convenient, and I've made it really, really simple. I have given you the price you wanted. I have given you the color you want. I have given you the year that you want. I was in like anywhere between 2009 to 2012, because then they get a little more expensive. I've given you everything that you want. Now you have got to put your faith and trust in me. And that's what I did. This family was willing to take and drive my Acura to the parking spot. I could drive the new Happy Haven. His wife and children were in another vehicle. They were going to go celebrate dinner. So all three of us in three different vehicles took Happy Haven to the parking spot, 20-30 minutes away from where the title place was. I mean, could it get any simpler? The bottom line, I know I'm getting long here, is God is good and God is faithful. And if you trust Him, with God, all things are possible. That's my story, guys. I did not want to dilly-dally. I had so much to do over the course of the 7 weeks after I got Happy Haven, including taking care of Serenity, getting her all fixed up for my son, getting Happy Haven taken care of. You're going to love the inside, or at least I think you are. I'm going to do a video on that later, probably in a couple weeks. I don't know. I'm trying to do as much as I can. I'm only going to be doing, I think, videos on Fridays and Sundays and occasional Tuesday, because when I'm in the desert, I don't want to stress with lack of Wi-Fi and internet connection and always be running to the library. So with all of that, if you have any other questions, the base model, how I rationalized that is now I love it. As God is in the details, I love the simpleness. I love not having extra chrome and extra curves, and it's just so simple and plain looking, and that is what I like. It's classic. It doesn't have those extra curves that could maybe date the vehicle in a couple years. So I'm good. I'm good with the base. And 120,000 miles, I just had to suck that up. I just had to know that this car, if I take care of it, this SUV will go to 300 or more thousand miles. That's what Scotty Kilmer says. That's what it's known to do. And so 120,000 miles is a baby. And I just finished driving a car that had 209,000 on it. So forget about the 120, just go with it. And that's how I figured it all out, the pros and the cons. And here we are. So I hope you enjoyed this little sit and share Sunday, how Happy Haven came to be. You know how I love, what's that called? Acronyms or whatever, where it's all H's. Is that what it's called? I don't know. So Happy Haven Highlander, right? Now Serenity Sedan had nothing to do with the A in Acura, but it had to do with Serene and Simple Life. Here we are. Blessings in your day and joy in the journey.